God raised him from the dead, so we know that God approved of his sacrifice. Now I'm in Acts chapter 10, and this is, when Peter was giving the good news to Gentiles actually. So we are witnesses of all the things he did both in the land of the Jews and in Jerusalem. They also put him to death by hanging him on a cross. God raised him up on the third day and granted that he become visible, not to all the people, but to witnesses who were chosen beforehand by God, that is, to us who ate and drank with him after he arose from the dead. And he ordered us to preach to the people and solemnly to testify that this is the one who has been appointed by God as judge of the living and the dead. Of him all the prophets bear witness that through his name everyone who believes in him receives forgiveness of sins. I'm going to read Romans chapter 6, I'm going to read verses 8 and 9. Now, if we have died with Christ, we believe that we shall also live with him, knowing that Christ, having been raised from the dead, is never to die again. Death no longer is master over him. That's so heavy. That's who we have our faith in. Jesus Christ the King. He defeated death. There's always a reason to rejoice. Remember what Jesus said to Thomas. I'm going to go read it, in John chapter 20. Jesus said to him, "Because you have seen me, have you believed? Blessed are they who did not see and yet believed." Think of how heavy that is. And that's us. What did Jesus say about us? He said, "Blessed are they who did not see and yet believed." All right, and this is in Revelation when John was having, the vision, when he was on the island of Patmos, because it was persecution, so he was on the island of Patmos because of that. All right, so this is John talking right now. "When I saw him, I fell at his feet like a dead man, and he placed his right hand on me, saying, 'Do not be afraid. I am the first and the last, and the living one. And I was dead, and behold, I am alive forevermore, and I have the keys of death and of Hades.'" Think how heavy that is. Right here, verse 18, "and the living one, Jesus Christ." Remember how they crucified him? He was dead. They put him in a tomb, buried him in the tomb. But guess what? The tomb was empty. You know why? Because he rose from the dead. And now we know that he is right there at the right hand of the Father. Have confidence in Christ. He rose. You're good. You have faith in him. You're good. He rose. Like, come on now. So he is alive forevermore, eternal, forever and ever. So let's think about that. The living one, Jesus Christ. And guess what? He's going to raise us on the resurrection on the last day. So remember that, y'all. And let's keep our faith and always encourage your brothers and sisters in Christ. Jesus Christ is the first and the last, the living one. And guess what? He was dead, and behold, Jesus Christ is alive forevermore.